So just about set now. Towing the slab in today's game, Sean Jelly. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Stephen Claude, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that's in the dirt.
2-0.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Yeah, that's fouled off. Cut on and lifted in the air, and it falls. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Kyle Manzardo. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Manzardo batting second in today's lineup, and he's one of the few major league players born in Idaho. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here's Jose Ramirez.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
No, that missed.
One
That's
outside, and that's ball one. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Gone. A 3-run shot, his second home run of the series, and that's how they take the lead. It's 3-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Ball, that's outside.
And another
That's a
ball.
ball.
That's ball four.
That's ball
Tried
four.
another
Take your
sinker,
base.
but couldn't find a zone.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So in now for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann. That one
that's
misses.
inside.
That's 5 straight. Santana gets his lead at first. Nobody out. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Fought off foul. Rolled to short. Possible 2-ball. Glove flip for 1. To the first, double play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boog. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you gotta remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Lane Thomas in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Two outs.
Ball.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
2-0. Inside,
that's it.
just missed. That's a walk. Tried another knuckle curve, but it missed for ball 4.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Now here's Nolan Jones. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1.
And there's
That's
the ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Lee sizing this one up. And that is that. Guardians put up 3 on this homer. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Back here at Oracle Park, and towing the slab in this one, Luis Ortiz.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Santana takes it to the bag, and a quick out, number 1. Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Willie Adames,
No, that missed.
the next to hit, takes ball 1. That one misses.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
2-0. That's inside.
3-0.
And there's your strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. One out, bases empty. Swings and misses, and there's 2 down.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Elliot Ramos in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Fastball
Ball.
is outside.
2 balls, no strikes.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on
2
the hill
balls, 1
today.
strike.
Start this outing out, pepper in the zone, arm is loose, and firing him in there.
That's a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And that is that. So the Giants leave one. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here in San Francisco. And now here is Angel Martinez. Jelly back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And that is out of play. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Ball 1
1-2.
there. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Hedges now at the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Quad. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. First offering, and it just misses. Hedges gets his lead at first with nobody out. And a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. Singled and scored his first time. On the ground to short, could be 2. He flips it to second in time. And that's 2.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
Ramirez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Two outs and a runner at third here at the top of the second. And that one hammered. That's back there. And look out below. That one splashes down in McCovey Cove. Home run. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching. and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Sean Jelly is done, and the opener strategy clearly didn't work out this time. New arm coming on. We'll be back after a short break.
Now pitching for
On the mound
Giants,
now, Spencer Bivens.
number 76.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Two out, space is empty. In for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now a 6-0 ball game. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Wilmer Flores.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
It's 0-1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
And that one fouled off. Next offering is down low.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Ramirez makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting 6, designated hitter,
Casey Schmidt, the next Giant to hit. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That misses the zone. 2-2. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like the pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Outside, that's the ball.
The next offering misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
We got a full count.
And that one in the air center field. And makes the grab. 2 away now.
batting 7, right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And digging in for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Misses outside.
That's a ball.
And a count 2-1. That one fouled off. Hit in the air out to center field. Thomas puts it away, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now the shortstop, Daniel Schneemann. Outside low. And that is ball one.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
And a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and one gone.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Thomas, batting with one down, takes a strike. Just missed.
1-1.
That one not close, and it's 2-1.
Full count.
That's towards center. Lee hauls it in for the out. And there are two outs.
Now that's left fielder, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones will hit next. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Two down, nobody on. This one lifted in the air, left field. Ramos tracks it down for the out. Back here at Oracle Park as we go to the last of the third. Here's the catcher, Logan Porter. First pitch,
That's the
and
ball.
he just misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Fastball
Ball.
is outside. That's off the mark,
Outside, ball.
and that's ball 3. There's a strike. That
Yeah.
one finds the zone. 3-2 now.
Counts full.
That one misses.
That's ball
So
4.
lead
Take
off
your
walk.
base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And now Christian Koss. First pitch
Ball.
doesn't find the zone. That one ripped. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Got to say, as a fan here at Oracle Park, there might not be a prettier view at any other stadium. You look out over the bay, you see McCovey Cove. Just a terrific place to catch a ball game. My blood pressure goes down every time I walk into this place.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Now at the plate, Jung-Hoo Lee. 0 for 1 so far. That one's in there. It's 0-1.
Two.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
Willie Adames stands in. Struck out swinging his first time. That catches the top part of the zone, and that's strike 1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Up the middle, Schneemann to first, and they get Adames for the out. Inning over. One left for San Francisco. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's the second baseman, Angel Martinez. Martinez, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
Kicks and fires. Just missed. Ground ball up the middle. Adames tosses to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting. Catcher Austin Hedges.
Austin Hedges stands in. RBI single his last time up. And it's fouled away. Now 1-1.
No, that's out.
Up the middle. Nice grab. Over to first. And they
Got
get the
it.
out.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Back to the top of the lineup. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. He's 2 for 2. In there at the knees. 0-1. And misses
that's it.
inside. Not
2-2.
close with that one. And it's 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Line drive, and that's a base hit.
Now batting, designated hitter, Kyle
So a man at
Manzardo.
first. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Clips the corner, and it's 0-1. Quan leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is fouled back.
One, two.
Squirts away a little bit. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Hayden Birdsong getting ready to go.
Ball.
In the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, nice stop at first. And very nicely done for the out.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself, waves the pitcher off, and continues to run into the dugout.
Back here in San Francisco, here's Elliot Ramos.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning. And up next for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. Flied to right his first time. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Swing and a foul out of play. Pitch misses.
No, that's down.
And that's ball one. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Man at first, one away. Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and yes, he did. Joe McDonald rings him up.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Foul ball there. Two outs. That one out to right. Kwan settles underneath it. He's got it, and that is that. One hit, one left. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Guardians 6 and the Giants nothing. We go to the top of the fifth. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Bivens back to work. Fastball for a strike.
You know, these Guardians really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Check swing. He held up. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Let's go.
The 1-2 fights it off. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Hard hit, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. A strikeout and a walk. One of the rare guys at first base that you almost think defense first. He is that good with the glove. You're talking about top of the list, elite defensive first baseman. That one the other way. Ramos puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swinging a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. He gets there with the slide, and that's a great play for the out. Guardians go down 1-2-3, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
Right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
And the first
That's the
pitch
ball.
misses for ball 1.
All these Giants just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And he grounds one back up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
Now batting,
Man at first, nobody out. Logan Porter, the next Giant to hit. Walked his first time. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Hit in the air, right field. Quan settles underneath it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 down.
now batting, third baseman, Christian Koss.
Now here is Christian Koss. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Fastball for a strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Just
That's
missed.
high. That's a ball.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Yastrzemski, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. That one missed.
3-1.
Swing and a miss. The Giants with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. He goes down looking. So up next, Jung-Hoo Lee, 0 for 2 in this one. That one lifted to left. And the inning is over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Guardians 6 and the Giants nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Lane Thomas. And that misses. 1-0. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Randy Rodriguez getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Rogers also throwing. Next pitch misses, and the count is 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Next offering is in for a strike. On the ground, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Jones in the box again, takes a strike. Inside, almost got him. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. One down. And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. 1 for 2. And that's in there at the knees. And the sweeper catches the plate. Ground ball left side, could be 2. The flip, there's one, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Guardians 6 and the Giants nothing. Bottom of the 6th, and digging in for San Francisco, Willie Adames. That one's in there. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And the 0-2. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws across the diamond, and they get Adames for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Elliott Ramos.
And up next for the Giants, Elliott Ramos. That's in there. 0-1. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Next pitch
No,
is
that
outside.
missed. That's a ball.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Tyler Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
Here's a rocket out to left. Jones makes the catch. And that is the third out of the inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. They still find themselves down 6-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Tyler Rogers.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Hedges in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fouled off left side. That one misses. And a count 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Steven Kwan digs in for the Guardians. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And a foul ball.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And there's a foul ball. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
To the right side, Fitzgerald tosses to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That's a ball.
Foul ball. Two outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Almost got him.
2-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on, and they'll do it again. On the ground to the left, Koss. In plenty of time to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Guardians fail to score. They lead it though 6-0. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Ball.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3. I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Casey Schmidt, the next to hit. There's a strike.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
The Giants with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Line to left. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Throw into third. Not in time. He's safe. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Luis Ortiz out of the game, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute.
Now pitching for
Slade Ciccone gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. And up next for San Francisco, Logan Porter. He's 0 for 1. And that drops in for a strike. Two on, 1 out. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Sets him down looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Popped up. Makes the grab on the run. That is the inning. Back here at Oracle Park, we're at the top of the 8th, digging in, Jose Ramirez. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. That one ran inside, almost got him.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. High fly ball, shallow right field. Fitzgerald. 1 down.
now batting, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Tap foul at the plate. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And ball one.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back. And it is gone. A shot to the opposite field. And they add to the lead. It's 7-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Base is empty, one away. So in now for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Inside, just missed. Next offering in there for a strike. And 1-1.
Nope, ball.
Nasty backdoor slider.
2 balls,
There's really
1
nothing
strike.
you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
That's
That
a little
missed.
bit
That's the
low.
ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball, and that one handled. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
Now batting, center fielder Lane Thomas.
So a man aboard. Lane Thomas digs in for the Guardians. There's the strike.
What?
Popped up right side. He dives, but he can't make the catch. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Nolan Jones digs in for the Guardians. And there's the strike. Ripped, but it curls foul. Two on, 1 out. Good eye
Ball.
in that spot.
Outside.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 8-0. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And There's just no one there to knock it down.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Tyler Rogers done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So they turn things over to the righty, Randy Rodriguez.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
So they're at the corners now. Next to hit, Angel Martinez. Clips the corner. 0-1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
That one
That's
down
foul.
the line, and foul ball. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score, and we're in the top of the 8th. Pitch misses
that's
outside. Now 1-2. Popped in the air, left field. Ramos, and he makes the catch. Runner tags for home. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and they now lead by 9.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Austin Hedges now. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Tristan Beck getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Birdsong also getting ready. Oh, 1 now. That one fouled off. Right through there, got it. Out number 3. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 was the solo homer. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Guardians 9 and the Giants nothing. Back here in San Francisco, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. Ciccone back to work. That's in there, and that is strike 1. Up the middle. Sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Next for the Giants, the shortstop, Willie Adames.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. And
That
takes
missed.
low
That's
for
the ball.
ball 1. And Adames swings through that one.
I think he was sitting off
1
speed
and 1.
The next pitch
Ball.
misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
2-2.
Next offering is outside.
Full count.
To third. Throw on to Santana. And they get Adames for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Elliott.
Here's the left fielder, Elliott Ramos. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
hammered into right field, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald. 0 for 3 in this one. Fought off foul. Next offering is fouled back. Ramos off of first with 2 away.
One and two.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Really nice slider right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
On the ground right side. They take the force out, and that's the 3rd out. This one pretty well decided at this point. Through 8 full, it's the Guardians 9 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. We go to the 9th. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Fouled off to the right. Pitch misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Lee under it. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Now that is designated hitter,
Kyle Manzardo getting ready to hit.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
There's a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
The Guardians up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
That one pushed to the left and foul. And that one fouled off. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
1-2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Stays alive. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That's down and in. A slider missed.
2-2.
Off the mark there, and it's 3-2.
I don't know how this at bat will end, but I'll be sad when it does. So much fun watching this thing go back and forth.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. The Guardians go down in order, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the ninth. And digging in for San Francisco, Wilmer Flores. Fastball for a strike at 95.
That's inside. Ball.
That catches the zone for a strike. 1-2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Ah, that hit him.
That hit him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Man at first, Casey Schmidt, the next Giant to hit. Pitch is in there. That's strike one.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Flores on at first. Nobody out. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Yastrzemski stands in now and watches strike one. A little bit high. Ball one.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
1-2 here. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. The Giants with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-2.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Has room and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Giants, catcher.
So it's their last chance in this one. Logan Porter now at the plate.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Late on that fastball.
If I'm at the dish right
No
now,
balls,
I am
one strike.
aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
They're down to their final strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ciccone is just 1 strike away. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And that'll do it. The Guardians slugged their way to a win in this one.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
9-0 your final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.